Hello, it's me, Danny, again. And I'm going to be finally doing my review on Sinister. I did it before, went to upload it. It was taking like 8 hours to upload, like actually 8 hours. And it was only like 70%, so I just like, you know what, fuck it. I don't really like it. So I erased it and just kind of been stalling. And finally was like, you know what, if I don't do it, I am not gonna do it. So, I'm finally gonna do it. It's only been like a week, but it's fine. I'm not gonna say too much because it is my first in-theater review, so it might be a shorter review. Might not be as well done as I would like it. But I'm gonna try to do this without giving too much away, because Sinister is a movie that if it gets the exposure and everybody talks about stuff from the movie and scenes and stuff, it probably will ruin the movie. And if it doesn't ruin the movie for you, if you don't mind spoilers, it will definitely lessen the movie, at least in my opinion, it would. Like, if somebody had told me this stuff from the movie before I saw the movie, I would be like, why would you do that? But, alright. The cast is a great cast for this movie. It's directed by Scott Derrickson. Ethan Hawke is the lead male role. He plays Ellison Oswalt. If you know him, Ethan Hawke is from like Training Day. I think that the vampire movie Daybreakers. He's in Taking Lives, which is an older movie with Angelina Jolie, but still good. Juliette Raylands plays his wife as the lead female role, in a way, she's a lead role. She plays his wife Tracy. She's not really a big actress at all. I looked her up, and she's in 2 to 4 movies maybe, other than this, and they're all like nothing movies. Super indie. I'd never heard of them. Looked at the movies, and they're nothing really. James Ranson plays Deputy So-and-so, and yes, that is what he gets called in this movie. His name, I don't actually think comes out. I believe his credits roll, his name is Deputy So-and-so too. You guys would know him from Inside Man. He's the cop from Prom Night. I believe he's the main cop from Prom Night, if you're wondering. Fred Dalton Thompson's got a couple of scenes in this movie, and any Law and Order fan knows who he is. He was also in like Die Hard 2. He's been in tons of stuff. Michael Hall DeAndrio, I believe is how you say it, plays Ellison's son Trevor. Claire Foley plays the daughter Ashley. And Vincent D'Onofrio is Professor Jonas, and Men in Black, Law and Order Criminal Intent, Chained. The list for him just goes on and on of great things. I love him. You know, that was a big plus, seeing him do a few scenes in this movie, and he fits the person that he plays. I'll start off by saying, in my opinion, for a horror movie, like an actual scare horror movie thriller, this is a good movie to watch. If you don't get scared and jump like me, it's still really good. You will jump at a few scenes just because of the awkward timing. And when I mean awkward, I don't mean like, oh, okay, well, that was the weirdest ass time in the world to have a jump scene. Excuse me. I mean, like, you can see, if you watch enough horror movies, and you can call scenes when they're coming, like, oh, okay, here's gonna be a jump scene, you know what's gonna happen. But Sinister has a sped up time frame a couple of times, where things are going a bit faster than what you would predict, I guess you could say. And so you're waiting for the jump, but you just don't time it. You're thinking the jump's going to come later, you can see that there's going to be a jump, you know it's coming, and then boom, when it hits you, you're like, shit, I jumped. It does make it fun, though. I definitely say see this movie in theaters, just because watching everybody else jump is fun. But this is about Ellison Oswalt, who is a failed fiction writer turned true crime author, who's only really had one big hit, Kentucky Blood, I think it was called. And that was 10 years ago. He's written 2 or 3 other books, all true crime, that didn't really do so well. And he's kind of got it in his, head that I need to write one more hit to be somebody. These books are going to be my legacy. I need to do this. Because it's true crime, he's looking into like real crimes, stuff that actually happened. And when he started, he was doing it, to kind of give closure to people, let people around the world know what happened in this crime. Maybe uncover some facts or put into light some things that the police didn't see. And that's what he did with Kentucky Blood. And he actually helped, find a killer. And his other 2 books, he didn't. He kind of blew it. So he's looking for that one hit that he's got left. And he thinks that this case that he is working on is going to be it. This movie starts out with a showing of like a Super 8 film where it does the countdown from like 10 down. And it shows a family of 4 on the ground, heads bagged, rope around the neck up in a tree, and you can see the rope goes around to another branch. And you can't see a figure, but you do see I'm not really sure if it's a pole axe, something like that, but it's a long pole with the tree branch cutter on it, cutting the branch, and when the branch is cut and falls, the people get hung. And he moves into this house because apparently it wasn't just a family of 4, it's a family of 5, and their daughter went missing. And as he's moving in to do research and write this book on the missing girl, he is unpacking his stuff, bringing stuff in from the truck, and he's bringing a box up into the attic, and he finds a box that's already up there labeled Home Movies. Inside it has a projector and 5 different Super 8 film reels. I'm sorry for all the buzzing. I'm guessing I'm getting notifications from something if you guys can hear it. But anyway, each of the films shows like a few minutes of a home movie clip of a family. Like a family swimming, a family playing in the backyard and such. And then it cuts to that family being killed in a different way. And he freaks out at this. But he realizes, because one of the films shows the hanging. And he's wondering, like, what is this? What am I seeing? How did they get here? Why were they left in the house? Because it is a crime scene house, he does have photos of the house, and he has pictures of the attic completely empty. And yet when he gets there, there's a box there. So he's wondering, like, who put the box there? How did the box get there? When did it get there? He has Detective So-and-so, who is a big fan of his and wants the help basically so he can be credited, and that's how he gets the name Detective So-and-so, you'll see in the movie. He has him help find out who these families are. He tells them, like, look, I got, this is how the family died. I don't know where they died. I don't know who they are, but I know how they died and the year they died. And the dates go, they're spread out, and the farthest one back goes all the way back to 1966. And in one of the films, he sees a reflection of a figure in a swimming pool of this creepy looking figure. Not really sure what it is, if it's a guy in a mask or like distorted face or what. And after he sees it, some strange shit starts happening around his house. He starts thinking people are breaking in. He starts hearing things are being moved, noises, and just weird shit, paranormal type activities in his house. And he keeps watching these films, trying to figure stuff out. And he notices a strange symbol appears in each of the death scenes of the films. And the deputy tells him to get in contact with Professor Jonas at the university, who specializes in occult criminology, and they call him in when they need him. So he does do that, and you find out. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, so. Alright, you find out that in this film that he has a picture of the guy, this guy is Bagul, who is a harvester of children's souls. He's a pagan, I believe a pagan god, and that's really all I'm going to say about him, just so that, like, you don't lose too much of the movie. But you find out that it's Bagul in the film, and I'm trying to see. Well, after you find that out, more weird shit starts happening. He starts drinking more, kind of going crazy, and really getting into this, worrying his wife. The kids go to school and are picking up on what's going on. That they moved into a murder house. So he struggles with his relationship with his family. What does he do with them? Does he keep going on his book? And you find out there is like a couple, I wouldn't say they're giant plot twists like in Shutter Island where that was like, whoa. But there are a couple minor plot twists that, keep it interesting for sure. I will say, Bagul to me was not in this movie enough. I think he should have been the main focus. I guess I did leave out one detail. In each of the films, it is a family, and when he finds out about the families, he finds out each one that has been murdered has had a missing child, and that kind of goes into the Bagul thing. To me, it should have been had more Bagul in it, and more about Bagul, because he is a very interesting character to me. You don't see a lot of movies on pagan gods, or any kind of pagan devil worshipping type stuff. So when you find somebody that they're worshipping, I kind of want to know, like, why does he do this? What do they do? And just, like, everything I can about him. So I really do wish he was in it more. That is my only problem with this movie. I love the ending, and I know I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the ending. Me and my girlfriend saw it. She didn't really like it. I loved it. And basically what I've heard is not that, oh, this ending sucks, it doesn't make sense for the movie. But we're so accustomed now to an ending, either a great ending that just blows you the hell away, or an ending that you're like, what the fuck is that? That's the dumbest fucking ending to a great fucking movie. That ending ruined the movie. Kind of like a Pulse ending, if you've seen that movie. But this ending, it fit. Like, there was nothing really special about it, but it went along with the movie. And we're not really used to that, and that's basically what I've heard people say is, well, it ended the movie. It didn't really leave anything, It answered all questions, cleaned everything up. Yeah, obviously there could be a sequel, because they can always wrap shit up on a sequel. But, it didn't really say, ooh, there's gonna be a sequel. It just kind of said, well, this is our film, and here's the end of it. Hope you enjoyed it. So, I will say I definitely enjoyed it. I think it's a great Halloween movie. It's big on jump scares. There's not much actual scare. Like, Bagul is creepy, and there's a few creepy scenes in it that are, make you feel uneasy. But this is mainly focusing on jump scares, such as like Paranormal Activity did. It says it's from the producers of Paranormal Activity, and I'm kind of, the way the jump scares are, I would agree. You know, people that did Paranormal Activity had to do with this film. I'm kind of rambling, so I'm gonna wrap up soon. If I was gonna say, I would definitely say watch this movie. It's a great movie to go see in theaters. We sat behind people that jumped through like every scene. It was hilarious. If you don't really like people jumping, then I don't know what to tell you. It is also it's a good movie to watch with people, so you can watch them jump. But if you really want it to be creepy, it is a great movie that when it comes out, buy it, watch it by yourself at night. Totally would do that. So I'm going to advise you buying it, and I will also advise you go see it in theaters. So go out and watch that shit, bitches.